Most creators, entrepreneurs, and coaches haven't realized yet that they already been outplaced by AI, content factories, raking up just tens, hundred, and even thousands of views just like this. And they just losing attention not because they're doing everything wrong, but because they using outdated and stolen ideas for their content. And over the past year, I worked with more than 20 channels across different niches, generating hundreds and even thousands of views and thousands of dollars in profit for them. And none of these results would have worked without an authentic personal brand. And of course, your competitors can use AI to make content tens, hundreds times faster. It's meaningless if the information is useless, not valuable, and fail to spark an emotion. So let me show you how I use YouTube to sign 10K plus clients without paid ads or cold outreach while staying true to yourself firstly. It all comes down to 5 simple steps, but the reality is that AI and content factories had already pushed out talented creators. So that's why authentic and expert-driven content is what truly can set you apart from the endless stream of GPT-written videos. So let's break down how authentic videos can pre-qualify your prospects. First of all, they understand your method, the way you can guide them to the results they truly want. Secondly, they begin to trust your expertise. Even if someone out there objectively delivers better results, people will still watch someone who resonates with them. Next, they know your pricing. Does prospects understand your positioning and what your knowledge and system are worth? And finally, they align with your approach and catch the vibe of your delivery style and feel of your content. And that subconsciously builds both attachment and trust. So that's why whether someone discovers you through your content and especially resonating and authentic, they'll be already warm up like before any sales call. So this will be more like qualifying conversation when you choose who to work with. You'll also be able to reference what you already shared in your videos when explaining concepts. And for me, it sounds like reasonable and worthy to invest in such content, but the real question is, how do you create a video that can close clients even before they call? We need a 6-step game plan for it. So in my view, the first step is one of the most underrated, yet it remains one of the most decisive when it comes to your authenticity. Yeah, this is Minsk Sun, pretty hot. I'm convinced that in content race of 2026, next year, the winner will be the one who can anticipate what the audience truly wants and sense the pulse of the whole industry. And that's why they will consistently stay ahead by creating something like really new rather than just copy others and adopt working ideas. So that's why market analysis is the key success metric for you. And I call this audience X-ray. So first of all, I'll look at the competitors strategically, not just who has the biggest subscriber count. That doesn't matter basically. What actually matters is the views to subscribers ratio. If your channel has only like a few thousand subs, but their videos consistently hit tens of thousands of views, that tells you the topic is red ocean. Second, I check the comments. So it's like the gold mine most people are ignoring. I don't know why. Because your viewers or viewers of your competitor literally tell you what their objections and wants and what they lack. They will literally tell you like, oh bro, video is okay, but I've missed that and that. And you can create video based on these objections and wants. That's so simple, man. And third part, I check search demand. So you can just start by typing a keyword into YouTube search and pay attention to the output complete suggestions. So it's also a good way to check your ideas. So now that you've done your research, here's the trap most people fall into. They just recycle what they saw. Same titles, same angles, same talking points, and that's exactly why their content doesn't convert into clients at all. First of all, you should go straight to your expertise. Every time you solve a problem of your client or every time you figure something out on your work, that's your content. And the best ideas come from lived experience. If the clients tell you how they wasted 5K on ads, you can create the video "Why Bad Ads Won't Fix Your Business." Here's that simple. Second, build from your audience's pain points. A video can grow out of live stream, a series of sales calls, and so on. Whenever you notice a lack of information or lack of soul, step in and create. That's it. And third, use contrast. Look at what everyone else in your niche is saying and just flip the whole game by saying something else. Like if everyone is saying like, oh bro, do this and make 10K a month, you can just replicate it but say like make 11K or 12K per month, and everyone will just wondering why bro is like, why he's saying like 12K not 10K, and that would urge them to click on your video and watch it. Right, ideas are great, of course, no wonder, but no matter how good idea is, if it's packaged like a crap, it will never work. First, the format of your videos. You don't need to copy like what everyone else is doing, and you definitely don't need to spend like thousands on like some fancy equipment. What you need right now is a working form, like a structure that fits your style, gets the message across, and can be repeated consistently. So you don't need to start fancy if you don't want, but if you want this in the future, you can. So the second thing is your thumbnails. It can be just like some Miro screenshot with text or some art form picture. Anyways, it's all about not just being beautiful, but first giving this feeling of that viewer is missing something in your thumbnail, something that urges them to click. And basically, just stop scrolling. Viewers should ask in their head, like, what's going on here? And then click, and then they will watch your video because it's something unique. It's something that they haven't seen before. That's why if you will take the working thumbnail template of Iman Gadzhi and do the exact same thing but change the text, it will not work just because you just stolen the thumbnail. It will work if it's something unique. So you should create at least, bro, take this notepad and create something new. One more time. Third thing is the hook and overall structure of your video. So the task here is pretty simple, is to deliver maximum value, and don't be just afraid to share all your secrets because later you will sell the implementation, as Ramosi said. At the start, you don't even worry about your video structure because your goal is to provide value and be just an engaged personality, and that personality that is interesting to listen to. Bro, you should just explain your ideas in an engaging way, so you don't just need to sit like this and say, oh guys, so yeah, I'm just will tell you about some YouTube channel. Use your personality. I don't say that you need to be like an extrovert, because personally I'm an introverted person and I don't love to scream about my success, etc. So I want, every time I want just to share my advice, like truly. So that's why you should just listen to yourself and express your own personality and don't just to copy anyone else. And once people click and watch, you need to make sure that content actually moves them closer to working with you. Most creators miss the point here. They treat every video like a standalone piece of content that should sell every single time. But I want to say to you that if you want to sign 10K clients, 10K plus clients, your channel has to work like a system. And that's why you should use Flywheel VSL system. What I mean here is the center of that system is one powerful selling video, usually like up to 15 or 20 minutes long, where you should tell your story, your achievements, your expertise, make clear offer, tell how your mechanism works, and just make the call to action and sell them to booking forms on website, etc, etc. So this video is designed to convert from just viewers to potential buyers. And then every video on your channel points back to that VSL. Broad educational content brings people, but the CTA is always the same. If you want the full breakdown, watch this video. This video is your VSL, and that VSL becomes the entry point to working with you. It qualifies, explains your methods, builds trust, and moves them to next logical step to work with you. So that's the flywheel. I mean, one video does that heavy lifting of sales and all this stuff, and your next videos just sending the viewers to your VSL, so you can just relax and sell real value without like any thoughts about, oh, I need to sell in every single video. No, you should just need to move your viewers to your VSL. So that's it. But even with the right research, authentic ideas, right VSL, strong funnel, your video will fall flat if they're not structured properly. So here's the structure I use to produce videos for myself, for my clients. It basically open loop, why, what, and how. So let's start from open loop. Basically here you start by creating intrigue, like a reason for the viewer to lean in. For example, all freelancers are doing this one thing that guarantees they'll never find high ticket clients. Let me show you what it is. That's an open loop. Next step is why. Before you give some solution to your viewers, you should explain the problem that matters. And this itself builds urgency. If you skip this, your advice will feel optional, so viewers will not sense any pain and just they have no reason to take the value from you. You should show the stakes. What happens if your viewers will not implement what you're talking about? They will fall apart, they will not have money, health, etc, etc. You should clearly explain to them why is it costing them money, time, and opportunities that they're not implementing your advices or your mechanism, whatever. Step 3 is what. Now you should introduce your solution, so you should keep it clear, specific, and framed as a huge benefit. And this is where you deliver the insight that positions you as the authority. So if you're a coach, you can tell them, oh bro, just do Airbnb, just do this, this, and this. If you're a YouTube coach like me, you should tell them like, bro, do in your videos this, this, and this. The thing like I'm telling you right now, I mean, this doesn't have to be a 10-step 1-hour tutorial. and viewers should be able to implement it in the next 24 hours and benefit from it in some way, I mean. And I'll get even more interesting. I'll show you a prompt for GPT that can crank out killer scripts using this exact structure. And I've already tested it hundreds of times, possibly with my clients, and it worked really well on this video, so you can see the views. I mean, it's working, trust me. You should start with, you're a professional YouTube scriptwriter with over 10 years of experience. I'm creating a video title, so you should insert a video title here. Your task is to develop a detailed section-by-section blueprint that will form the foundation of my script. The blueprint must include hook and introduction, like first 30-60 seconds. You should provide 2-3 different hook options. Each hook should validate the viewer's decision to click, create curiosity and tension to keep them watching, clearly establish the value proposition of the video, and for each hook, you should include exact opening lines, word to word, the key promise or tension being established, and how it transitions naturally into the main content. Second is the section-by-section content breakdown. So each section should have a clear mini title heading, the core or concept or value being delivered, 3 to 5 key points to cover, relevant examples, stories or analogies, recommended visuals, demonstrations, or B-roll. Approximate duration in seconds or minutes, and the end of each section should include transition language, like a connected line to maintain flow, a mini hook or open loop to sustain interest, and a way to reference previous or upcoming information to build curiosity. Third is the visual support framework. Throughout the online, suggest where to use graphs, charts, or visual aids to enhance understanding, on-screen text to reinforce key points, demonstrations like showing that beats telling, some demonstrations, visual metaphors, illustrations, etc., etc. And finally, flexibility, so each section should have enough detail to guide script writing while leaving room for natural delivery, improvisation, and story up. All the things I've shared with you today will not work if you will not implement them and do some action. That's obvious. Because today is when you lay the foundation for your next few months of your content. And I can say with the right approach, you can start seeing results in as little as 14-31 days easily. And first, the most obvious step, you should pick the topic for your very first video, if you haven't created any. You should focus on the most painful problem your ICP is facing. That's the best pressure point to hit because they will watch it because of it. So the topic should be broad enough, and all you need to do in this video is to deliver as much value as possible. Enough to make it crystal clear that you know your stuff and what you're doing. From there, you can use the strategic content calendar approach. At week first, you can create action-based how-to videos to attract new people searching for solutions. And the second week, it's educational why videos, like builds your authority and some unique perspective. Week 3 is social proof content, some testimonials, case studies, etc., etc. So to people to understand that you've created the results for someone else. And week 4, repeat the cycle. Right before I wrap up, there's one key thing to say. Never mind. It would probably be some generic cliche CTA. Instead, I say this. If what I shared today resonated with you and you like my help in building your personal brand that's authentic, beautiful, and profitable, and if you want my team to support you with your ideas, scripting, editing, and thumbnails, reach out. Put the link in the description. Thank you so much, guys.